Okay. Hello, YouTube. Many of you, going way back in the archives of history, you might remember my coming out video. When I talked about the nerdiest thing I did was I explored my sexuality by reading about it through books. And the first place I went to was Barnes & Noble's. And I very shyly and nervously went to the gay section and slowly edged my way to where those books were. And the very last thing I wanted to do was be talked to by somebody. Well, remember the person I told you came up to me? Here he is, fresh from Seattle, Washington. This is my good friend Jeff, who was probably the very first person to talk to me about being gay. That years and years and years ago.
Yes.
So say hello, Jeff.
Hello.
So what are some of your memories of that day?
Oh my God. It was so freaking long ago. We're getting old.
It's true.
Being completely and utterly terrified. I can actually remember walking to the aisle and seeing you looking at a book and not wanting to be in the aisle at the same time as you were. So standing at the opposite end, kind of looking around the corner, waiting for you to leave, which, of course, you didn't. So I would kind of walk up, and I think I picked up the same lesbian love story like 3 times, actually. Just incredibly nervous, incredibly scared, and at the same time, totally exhilarated and enthralled to have a person within a foot and a half of me who was actually looking at the same stuff that I was looking at.
I remember I was about 20 at the time, and you were...
16.
16, yeah.
Kill me! Total.
Okay. Get your head out of the gutters, people. Nothing like that happened.
Never.
But I remember I was terrified, and you're very conscious of the people that were around me. So Jeff started to open a conversation about the book that I was reading, and I was just giving one-word answers like, yeah, it's good. And he kept persisting, and after a while we ended up actually having a real conversation. And you remember what happened after that?
Actually, all I remember was we started talking, and it was time to leave, and I remember walking back, because I remembered I told Mom and Dad I was going to the library, and so I had taken the bus in from Windsor, and I was hanging out down at Barnes & Noble's. And it was time to go back, and I remember walking out on the street and making it about a block away, and then thinking to myself, what the hell, like, you finally met, there's a gay person here, you need to go back, you can't let this slip away. And I remember running back and being like, we should go get coffee, we should talk more.
We did.
So...
And we walked a couple blocks down, got coffee, sat down in the town square, and talked for like 2 hours or longer.
It was longer, actually. It was a really good talk.
Yeah.
First of many, actually.
Yeah. And we became good friends after that. And I forget who turned us on to Positive Images. It was something we just saw on the back of the
I think we
paper.
saw it in one of the papers. We were actually, it was at, what was the name of the coffee shop over by Santa Rosa Junior College that you and your friends used to hang out all the time?
Oh, Higher Grounds.
Yes. It was in the back of a paper that I pulled up there while you guys were looking at your game stuff.
And that was another experience that we took together. But were it not for those first conversations, I don't think any of us would be as far along as we were at that point in time, because we were all living our own little isolated lives, and we thought we were the only people out there for miles. And all it took was one other person. And now, even though Jeff lives in Seattle, miles and miles and miles away, and has his own life, he's still my bud forever, and we'll always have that time. So, YouTube, you got a little window on our life. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Just for all of you kids, especially that are out there watching this, and I'm sorry, young adults, if you get the urge to sit there and you meet somebody and you're scared about talking to them, but you want to talk to them, it never hurts just to try. Of course, make sure you have an escape route, but other than that...
If he's holding an axe,
don't do it. Stay far away. Look for anything sharp. But otherwise, follow your gut, and it may be the most terrifying thing you do, but it will be something that will reward you for the rest of your life.
You're not the only one out there.
No, there's lots of us. We're everywhere.
See you later, YouTube.